The sky above Willow Grove was still bruised with the last shades of night when a guttural roar tore through the quiet. Unmarked trucks, their white paint chipped like old bone, barreled past the community's wrought iron gates. They weren't delivering mail or mulch. These beasts carried tanks that hissed, spewing a thick, oily mist that slithered over hibiscus hedges and seeped into the cracks of tidy bungalows. Willow Grove, a retirement haven known for its palm-lined paths and potluck dinners, was waking to poison. No one had been told. No flyers fluttered on mailboxes. No emails pinged. No sign stood sentinel at the clubhouse. The Homeowners Association, usually obsessive about its newsletters, was mute. And in that silence, something lethal was born. Eleanor Vaughn, 69 and sharp as a tack, caught the first whiff from her kitchen. A retired nurse with a knack for noticing trouble, she'd been up since 5 a.m., brewing coffee strong enough to wake the dead. The smell hit like a slap ammonia laced with burnt rubber, stinging her sinuses. She yanked open her blinds, gray ponytails swinging, and saw the trucks lumber past. Their drivers, faces hidden behind tinted VY sores, didn't wave. They just sprayed, the mist curling like a ghost in the dawn light. Eleanor's stomach knotted. She'd lived here 20 years, knew every squeak of this place, the hum of sprinklers, the gossip over mahjong. This wasn't routine. This was wrong. She grabbed her phone, thumbing through emails. Nothing from the HOA, just a stale reminder about pool hours. Her fingers hovered over Victor Crane's number, the HOA president, a slick ex-lawyer with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. She'd never liked him, his promises of cost-cutting too smooth to trust. She dialed anyway. Voicemail. Her unease sharpened, a blade in her gut. Across the cul-de-sac, Ray Torres, a retired EMT with a bad hip and a mutt named Scout, was out for his morning limp when a mist reached them. Scout coughed, a hacking wheeze that froze Ray's blood. He'd seen chemical spills on the job air that bit like this wasn't just bad, it was dangerous. The mist clawed his throat, left a metallic tang on his tongue. Scout whimpered, pawing her snout. Ray tugged her back inside, his hips screaming, and checked his phone. No alerts, no texts, just the HOA's last bulletin about lawn ornaments. His jaw tightened. Something was being buried. By 8 a.m., Willow Grove was a haze-choked shell. The mist had settled, coating roses and patio chairs, slipping through vents and under doors. Residents woke to burning eyes and raw lungs. Anna Kim, 80 and frail, fumbled for her nebulizer, her breath shallow as the chemical stench filled her cottage. Marcus Reed, a widower who'd moved here to be near his grandkids, cracked a window for air, only to gag as the fog poured in. Confusion turned to fear, phones buzzing with desperate texts. What is this? Are we safe? Eleanor was already MOVYing. She'd tied a wet scarf over her face and headed for Anna's house, her nurse's instincts overriding panic. The streets were eerie empty save for the occasional cough echoing from a shuttered home. Anna's door was ajar, a red flag. Inside, Eleanor found her slumped on the couch, nebulizer empty, face gray. "Ellie," Anna whispered, "it hurts to breathe." Eleanor didn't waste words. She half-carried Anna to her car, the mist stinging her eyes raw, and gunned it for the hospital. Ray, meanwhile, was digging. He called old EMS contacts nobody knew about a spray. No permits, no hazmat alerts. He banged on neighbors' doors, finding some too sick to stand, their homes reeking of the same poison he'd tasted. By noon, panic was wildfire. Social media flared with blurry photos of the trucks, hashtags like the Willow Grove Toxic trending locally. Channel 5 sent a reporter, but she retreated, coughing before getting a single shot. City Hall was useless, drowning in calls, promising inquiries with no teeth. The trucks? Gone, like they'd never existed. St. Luke's Hospital was chaos, wheelchairs clogging halls, nurses sprinting, Willow Grove's elderly packed, and like sardines. Eleanor got Anna into triage, then spotted Ray helping an older couple, the Lindsays, who'd collapsed in their garage. "Ray," she called, voice hoarse, "what the hell's happening?" He shook his head, eyes red. "Nuances. But I'm not waiting for him. Eleanor flagged a nurse, rattling off symptoms like she was back in the ER: respiratory distress, eye irritation, possible neurotoxins. The nurse's face tightened. We're swamped with your neighbors. Poison control's on its stay put. As Anna was wheeled away, Eleanor saw Marcus Reed in the corner, his daughter Lily at his side. Marcus was on oxygen, his face slack, eyes glassy. Lily's hands shook as she clutched his. He was fine yesterday, she whispered. Now this. Eleanor's resolve hardened. She'd spent her life SAVYing people she wouldn't stand by now. She dialed Victor Crane again. Nothing. Then she tried the HOA's treasurer, Laura Hess, a jittery bookkeeper who'd always seemed out of her depth. Laura picked up, voice cracking. Ellie, too didn't know. Victor said it was just pest control. Safe stuff. I swear. People are dying, Laura. Eleanor snapped. What was it? A sob choked the line. I overheard him talking about a deal-cheap spray for we VYLS. He didn't tell us it was dangerous. The call dropped, Leah VYing Eleanor's pulse hammering. A deal. Money over lives. Ray wasn't waiting for confessions. He grabbed a flashlight and headed to the HOA office, a low brick building by the tennis courts. The front was locked, but a side window wasn't. He slid inside, landing in a mess of scattered papers and stale coffee cups. A bulletin board caught his eye: a contract with Apex Pest Control, Victor Crane's signature scrawled at the bottom. The chemical, Toxivin 9, a name Ray knew from hazmat drills. Banned in 3 states for causing lung damage and seizures. His gut churned. They'd known. He snapped photos, hands steady despite the rage boiling in his chest. As he turned to leave, headlights flashed outside. Ray ducked behind a desk, breath shallow. 2 voices, a man and a woman, clipped and nervous. Crane screwed us, the man muttered. Said he'd warn everyone. Now we got lawsuits coming. The woman hissed, we need to ditch the paperwork fast. They rifled through files, missing the contract Ray had already photographed. He waited, muscles tense, until their footsteps faded. Then he bolted, the night air sharp against his sweat-slick skin. Back at the hospital, Eleanor was piecing it together. A doctor confirmed Toxivin 9 in patients' blood-nasty stuff, hitting the elderly hardest. The Lindsays were critical, Marcus Reed slipping toward a coma. Lily hadn't left his side, her eyes hollow. He moved here for peace, she said, voice breaking. Not this. Eleanor's phone buzzed. Ray. Got EVY Denke. Toxivin 9 banned. Police station now. She didn't hesitate. Leah VY-ing Anna with the nurses. She met Ray at the precinct, where he was already showing Detective Salazar the photos. Salazar's face darkened. This is big negligence at best, manslaughter at worst. If anyone died, heads roll. Die? Eleanor's voice wavered. Salazar nodded grimly. Marcus Reed. An hour ago. Respiratory failure. The news hit like a brick. Eleanor pictured Marcus's laugh, his stories about fishing with his grandkids. Gone because of his signature. Ray's hand steadied her arm. We'll make this right, Ellie. For Marcus. The investigation exploded. Salazar's team stormed the HOA office, grabbing what files remained. Apex Pest Control was hit with injunctions, their records seized. Victor Crane was tracked to a dive bar 50 miles away, arrested on manslaughter and NVY raw mental charges. Laura Hess caved under questioning, admitting Victor had pushed for Toxivin 9 to save Dulac $10,000 on VYL control. He said it was a bargain. She wept. No one would get hurt. Willow Grove reeled. Anna served VY Ved, but her lungs were shot, her nebulizer now a lifeline. The Lindsays pulled through barely. Lily left, unable to stomach the place where her father died. Eleanor became the community's voice, rallying neighbors at tense meetings. One sticky evening, she stood before a crowd: residents, reporters, a few active VY's voice cutting through the humidity. We trusted our HOA, she said, eyes fierce. They poisoned us for a discount. But we're not VY Tims. We're Willow Grove, and we'll fight. Lawsuits piled: UPA, class action against Apex, and the HOA, demanding millions for pain, lost lives. Victor's trial was a circus, his defense claiming Apex misled him. The contract, with his name in black ink, said otherwise. He got 5 years, his polished veneer cracked. Apex collapsed under fines, their CEO vanishing into a flurry of legal dodges. Weeks later, Eleanor sat with Anna on her patio, the air clean again, heavy with jasmine. Fireflies danced in the dusk. "You saved us, Ellie," Anna said, her voice thin but warm. "We saved each other," Eleanor replied, her gaze distant. "Marcus, the line says theory why we pushed." She sipped her tea, the weight of it all settling. "We lost too much, but we're still here." Anna nodded, squeezing her hand. "To Willow Grove." Eleanor raised her glass. "To us." The scars lingered, vacant homes, wary eyes, a distrust of promises. But new signs dotted the streets. Safety first. Truth always. In the quiet, when the breeze carried the hum of life resuming, Willow Grove felt like home again, not perfect, but resilient, bound by shared loss and a vow to never let silence win. If you were the one in this story, how would you react? Would you stand up and fight back, or accept the unreasonable pressure and control from the HOA? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with more people. Your small action gives us the motivation to keep bringing you more intense and engaging stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.